I couldn't wait to get to college. I was going to go to the same school where Dick Clark and Bob Costas went, the Newhouse School at Syracuse University. Not because I wanted to do hard news, no. I wanted to do features like interview Ricky Schroeder at the mall or be the wacky weather girl, because I dream big. And shortly after I got to school, these guys started calling me this name, Vargas. They thought I looked like the science teacher from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Mr. Vargas. And they would whisper behind me in class and yell at me in the dining hall, and they'd call and wake me up in the middle of the night. And before I knew it, about 60 guys were bullying me around the clock. And for the next 4 years, I never joined the campus TV or radio station because I was so afraid that that would give them reason to make fun of me even more. But I was so determined to get my degree from the Newhouse School, so I totally stuck it out. And by the time I was a senior, I realized what I had done, and I completely plummeted. And I honestly didn't know what I had to live for. Until I saw the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Now, if you've never seen this thing, it is a 23-foot-long hot dog on wheels, and I fell in love with it instantly. So I ran up to the people standing in front of it, and they were on campus recruiting for the next round of Wienermobile drivers, AKA hot doggers. I was like, what? Best title ever. And so I grabbed the job description, and I'm looking at what the job would entail, and it would mean I would get to be on TV and be on the radio and be in the paper, travel all over North America, and tell hot dog puns every single day. I was like, they're basically gonna pay me to be myself. So I catered my resume completely to the job, bragging about my excellent driving record and my impending BSS degree in bologna sandwich skills. And then I crafted my cover letter, which was riddled with puns like, a hearty hot dog, hello to you, exclamation point. I recently traveled to Europe where I got to use real French and Swiss francs. What a lucky dog I was, exclamation point. But I knew that wasn't going to be enough. They were choosing 10 people out of 1,000 applicants. I had a 1% chance of getting this job. It was dog eat dog. That's when I came up with Rockin' Robin's Hot Dog Holiday Favorites, which was a cassette of me singing self-promotional songs, like you do for a job interview. With hits like, Oscar Mayer, do you hear me? Wanna be in that weenie? And Robin Gelfenbein, that is my name all the time. This job will be mine, my shoe size is 9. I'm Jewish, but I dig on swine. And I drew a Christmas tree with little hot dog ornaments and a menorah with little hot dog candles, which is completely sacrilege. And I sent it off, and I wait, and I wait. And about a month later, I get a letter from Oscar Mayer saying, and I quote, that I cut the mustard. So they fly me to Madison, Wisconsin for 9 back-to-back interviews. And the day starts at 7 a.m. sharp. I'm in the conference room surrounded by all of my competition. And these people were not messing around. One guy made a miniature version of the Wienermobile, and another guy, for his on-camera interview, was going to do a debate between Ross Perot and Bill Clinton as to which topping is best on a hot dog. But I knew I was going to give them a run for their money. So I meet with HR and PR and sales and marketing. I'm on my way to my on-camera interview, and I get to the door, I look down, and I am horrified. And I think, how the hell am I gonna tap dance on carpet? And so I politely ask the cameraman to pan down to my shoes so they could see I'd gone the extra mile, and I launch into my routine. I'll give you guys a little taste of it right now. Look for me in the Wienermobile, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. I'm gonna have the time of my life. And then it keeps building and building. By the end, I'm like, the Wienermobile of life will come to you. I look like a snow angel on crack, and I stick the landing like, ah. Thank you. Nothing. And so I leave, and I am totally mortified, and I think I have to redeem myself. And I'm on my way to meet the man I have to impress the most, the Wienermobile manager, AKA Top Dog, Russ. Now, Russ was well over 6 feet tall, stoic, stocky, and for some reason, he breathed like Darth Vader. And so I say to him, hey, did you have a chance to listen to my Wienermobile demo? And he says, oh, you're this Robin. And then he opens his top desk drawer to reveal Rockin' Robin's Hot Dog Holiday Favorites. My heart starts beating faster, and I think, oh my God, he knows my work. And he says, no, I haven't listened to it. I said, well, if you want, you can listen to it on my Walkman right now. And he goes, that won't be necessary. I said, how about this? Why don't I sing a few songs that didn't make it on the album, the B-sides? And so I launch into the first song, no response. And I think, Robin, go big or go home. I sing the second song, and the last line I sing is, I'm gonna have this job before I'm dead. And he goes, And I'm not sure what that means. But I assume the worst. And I leave Oscar Mayer completely dejected. I cry the entire flight home. And I get back to Syracuse, and I'm going on these interviews for things I do not want. All I want to do is drive a weenie bagel. And then about a month later, the phone rings, and I pick it up, and I hear, Robin! I'm like, I know that voice. I know that weird breathing. And he says, this is Russ from Oscar Mayer calling to offer you a position as one of our hot doggers. And I was like, yes, oh my God, yes. And I'm crying and I'm screaming. It's as though he just proposed to me. And I was so excited because for those 4 years, I completely lost sight of who I was. Someone with unbridled enthusiasm and so much drive. And this job gave that all back to me in spades. And it was all worth it because it was truly a job to relish. And that's no baloney. Thank you.